Hello again, awesomes. How are we doing? I assume you've either just watched week 5 overview video, and so this is going to be all dedicated to the wikiHow article. I'll try to keep this short and sweet. Most of it self-explanatory, but there are definitely a few things I want to point out to you that you need to make sure that you do, especially with your initial draft, because you don't want to protect it. You want me to have a chance to look at it before too much happens. So let's get right into it. Recall this Friday, a link to your draft will be due. All right. I know that you've read this, so I'm not going to. I just want to highlight right here. After you find a suitable topic, plan and draft 3 to 4 page document. Don't worry about that. We used to hand in a paper copy. I don't do that. Okay. SprSum. Okay. Setting. Okay. 12 bulleted steps for the wikiHow. Okay. So I want to make sure that you understand you need 12 steps. So on your wikiHow page, have at least 12, and you should have a graphic or an image with each one of those steps. That's the main thing I wanted to point out here. To start with, okay, why aren't we moving here? What's happening? Okay, switch pages. Maybe that will. Let's try this over here. Okay, we're moving there. All right, little technical glitch here. Why can't I move down? Okay, let's do it. We'll do it the old-fashioned way, apparently. Okay. So you guys. Understanding wikiHow for students is probably not a bad link, or it may have been on the link already. List of requested topics. You guys, I think, have already done your topic stuff, so I think that's okay. What am I looking for? Oh, here it is. Yeah. wikiHow publication sometimes requires your added attention, so I highly recommend that you go to this link here. And make sure that you add the correct code as you're building especially after you initially start to put stuff together. You start your article, you create everything. Make sure that you put your article, note your article as in use. Okay. Even in draft form, you must publish rather than simply save an article, right? So you're always you're saying publish while you're saying save, but the in use will keep multiple editors from joining you as collaborative authors. The articles will be blurred until it passes article review process. However, anyone has a link to the article will be able to read it by clicking OK, close on the dialog. So what that basically means is if you put it in use, when someone initially, it's at least going to tell them, okay, it hasn't passed inspection yet. That's fine. We're not worried about inspection right now. We just want the article to state that it's in use. Okay. All right. So make sure that you do that. That is extremely key for this part of the assignment. And so we've got our supporting text, which are on actually over here these are readings from last week. And so I did want to kind of highlight, so you guys are, this is the writer's guide, choosing a title. Once you've chosen your title and you get to that, because I think you guys are pretty close to that point, it's very important to think about introduction. Okay. Follow this writer's guideline. This is basically what I'm going to be using, okay, to grade, evaluate, right? Remember, part of the thing, we're using technology and media. We're thinking about audience. We're thinking about purpose. This wikiHow community sets up a very, very, very specific audience and purpose, right? This audience is because you're writing for the audience of those who are going to, someone who's going to come to the wikiHow, specifically type in the how to something and find maybe your article. Then you're also, part of that audience is expecting to see a consistent type of display, an introduction, steps or methods or parts, different ways that you can break it down, right? That wikiHow has it all set up for you. You just have to make sure, just follow these really, really closely. Okay. So here's the introduction. It says, check out how to treat a sunburn as an example. So boom, right? It's not a super huge, super long introduction, right? As we might think typically of an introduction, right? It's this one here happens to be broken down to parts, and they automatically pop up here at the top there if you use those. And then here is a 2 to 3 sentence, very clear, concise, to the point introduction. So make sure that you have that. And then this describes your steps, it talks about beginning with a verb instead of a passive, right? Always be in the active. So you want them to do something, right? Cut, paste, copy, right? And then avoid using first person. That is so key. This would be the one thing that you would not use first person. It gives you some examples what to do. Organize your steps for easy reading. You can do sub-steps, the bulleted guides as they call them, or you can do parts or methods. And then there's a thing right here that says see how to divide a wikiHow article into subsections. And you can use parts or methods. Okay. See, this one here is strictly around steps. And here it says to avoid referring to other steps, like repeat step one. Each one needs to be its own step. Avoid general steps such as be patient, have fun, or be yourself. Those aren't necessary. Review your articles for mistakes. And then they've got tips and warnings. Now, this is a good one here and things that you'll need. These are all types of things your article is going to need. If you need ingredients, they should not be part of the step. Your ingredients should be listed separately as ingredients, or they should be listed as things that you need or things you'll need. Okay. Ooh, how to make microwave Oreo cakes. Dang. I like using a microwave. I like Oreos. I eat cake. Oh, okay. How to make a microwave cake. Okay. It's going to be a good night, folks. Microwave cake. Oh my goodness. Okay. So here's a good example of one that requires ingredients. You can see here you got 2 to 3 sentence, short, sweet, to the point introduction. Here are the ingredients you'll need. Here are the steps. Step 1, boom. Step 2, boom. Step 3, notice each one has a picture above the step. It's above the step. Step 4, this is the picture for step 4. Stir in the baking powder milk. Stir, verb, right? I'm going to microwave. Probably should have said place, but that's okay. Microwave the batter on high for 5 minutes. Ooh, look at that. Remove the cake from the microwave. Let it cool until cool, right? Okay. Get it out of the cake bowl and place it on a serving plate. Was there ice cream? Yes. Okay. Ice cream and Oreo. Oh, this is looking good. All right. So notice how sweet, concise, and to the point. Of course, this one here is very, very simple. There's no really subpoints or whatever to each one of those, right, in the process. One thing I do want to point out maybe that you want to think about is that for your wikiHows, it should be not simple like this. You'd have some little added level of complexity to it. Some of your points should have some sub-bullet points and things like that to let people know. You should always make sure you participate in some sort of tips or warnings to let people know additional things that might help them as they're going through your steps and thinking about your instructions. So you really need to think about getting your instructions split out in steps, parts, or method. Well, they're always going to be steps, or whether you're going to do parts and methods or do any type of subsections. Things that they'll need. Don't forget that. Don't forget ingredients. Those should be separate. They should not be a step. Things that you'll need or tips and warnings. Lastly, you want to make sure you think about those things, especially if they're apropos, and have list maybe a few. And do not forget to put your article in use. All right, you want to right now. We've got a little bit of time to stave off the wikiHow community from getting too aggressive for editing. Right, so it gives us a little bit of time. I get a chance to look at it over this weekend. Your cohorts, fellow classmates get a chance to look at it. So keep all those things in mind. Do not forget to put it in use. It could be you might have to start over if someone comes in and edits it too much, removes stuff and adds things and polishes the whole thing for you. Then I can't grade it that way. So make sure you put it in use. All right, guys, that's it for me for now. That's a good overview of the major things you need to be thinking about this week. Start putting your thing together. I'll be back with a video probably later today or tomorrow. Think about your steps. Think about photos. Be very careful with photos. I'll talk more about that later. All right, guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Oh, it didn't stop. Try that again. Bye for now from